Welcome back to episode 3 of Colonial Weekly. I'm Sean Salt here with Mr. Costa. And Mr. Costa, what do you have on tap for this week?
Well, I think let's talk about the Colonial Way experience we had on Friday, September 13th. I think what a great atmosphere that was.
Great atmosphere.
Hats off to Mr. Lane, our assistant principal, and all the clubs and activities for pulling off, I think, one of the best events that we do here at Shrewsbury High School. I think we sold over 1,500 tickets. It was just a great atmosphere. The Andover athletic director and assistant athletic director came in and were like, "You get this for all your home games?" I'm like, "Absolutely." No, but definitely, it was a pretty special day. Thank you to all the businesses in town that helped out. Fortunately, the score didn't go as what we liked. But the crowd, and I don't know, you want to talk about the student section?
Oh, yeah, the student section, we were very lively. We were upbeat the whole time. A lot of chants for every player. Player makes a play, we chant their name. We were having a good time out there.
Yeah, it was great to see, and it was like just before kickoff. I believe we had everyone out in the stands, and I would like to see that happen on a weekly basis for when we have our home and away games. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm really glad we do that. I was glad it was opening night to get, unfortunately, I think it was in competition with the St. Mary's Festival, and hopefully we didn't pull from them or vice versa. But, just a great all around, I think, weekend for our program.
Couldn't agree more.
But it's been busy. We're about almost, a little more than a quarter of the way through the season. Do you want to talk about how some of the teams are doing right now?
Yes, right now, this is from today, Tuesday, September 24th, right?
Right.
Yep. So football is 0-2. Boys soccer 4-1-2. They're doing great. Girls soccer 3-3-1. Girls field hockey 1-6. Boys cross country 2-0. Boys cross country 2-0. Girls cross country 0-2, and volleyball is 5-2.
Yeah, and then I think our golf team has only lost two matches, and right now are undefeated in Midwatch A. So far, pretty good with the fall. I mean, let's talk about boys soccer a little bit there. I mean, very interesting win over Andover on Saturday in the rain. I know Coach anticipated, always anticipates winning, but winning 6-0 over Andover.
Oh, that's great.
Great to see. I know Coach wasn't happy the game before when they tied Grafton. He thought our level of play wasn't there, but obviously they fixed whatever they needed to fix in practice, and was able to do a great job against Andover. So, boys soccer right now is, our team right now. You look at, has some pretty high hopes of winning the Midwatch. They beat Leominster last week.
That's great.
That's a big win. Always a kind of intense atmosphere for soccer. So that was pretty cool to see. And, girls soccer too. I mean,
You're doing good.
a team that we had to replace 12 athletes last year. Pretty impressive to watch them, progress as the season has gone on. I think we've had Josie Sawyer on, a goalie. She's been playing well, probably one of the better goalies in Central Mass. So that's been exciting to see. And, we got a couple of teams that, rebuilding. I know we look at field hockey right now. They're a little bit on the rebuild, still a young team. We only have one senior.
Yeah.
Which is, that's hard to do in this league, is to win when you only have one senior.
Couldn't agree more.
But then you look at two cross-country teams coming out of the chute, doing okay. I think actually cross-country is 1-1.
1-1?
1-1 going into the season. They were able to beat Shepherd Hill the other day. They've opened up with Wachusett. But according to the coaches, again, we have a new coach in boys cross-country with Coach Mark Murray. I think everything's been really great as far as what they see in potential. They use these dual meets as kind of a build-up to the championship season.
Yeah.
So it's been really cool to see the growth of those two teams. And then how about our volleyball? I mean, I know we're getting ready to bring on Algonquin today in a big league match. I've seen you guys at the atmosphere. Talk about what we've seen with volleyball.
Yeah, volleyball, they look great. They always look high energy every single game. They're always coming out of the gate strong. They always have a lead at some point during the game, just if they can hang on to it or not, but they've looked fantastic.
Yeah, and the two losses, I mean, I think are within 1 or 2 points in each match that they've been playing. I think Westboro was the defending two-time state champion. I mean, there's a team that we went 25-23, 24-26. could have gone either way, and both teams, both those games against them, against Acton Boxborough, which will get another shot at both of them. Coach feels really good about the opportunity there. I'm excited too that the crew team, who's been practicing an extra 3 to 4 weeks, will be heading up to Lake Winnipesaukee this weekend to compete against Brewster Academy and a few of the other prep schools that are up there. Really excited for them to get started in their racing season. I think they're eager to get on those boats and compete against other people instead of working against themselves. So we're really excited and what the crew team will be doing.
Yeah, that'll be great competition for them too. All those prep schools, that'll be great competition.
Yeah, I mean, that's what people don't understand about our crew program, and I think Carolyn Strickland said it before on one of our shows was, you know, they're not only going against other high schools, which is not many public high schools, but private schools that have a lot of good funding. But also, you know, they're competing against sometimes 18, 19, 20-year-olds.
Wow.
And you could have a freshman in the boat competing against those athletes. So, yeah, we're excited to see that. I think we all know what week it is, Spirit of Shrewsbury week.
Yep.
So why not in the spirit of Shrewsbury have the two crosstown rivals play each other? So I know we're bringing on the guys in a few minutes, so we'll talk about that coming up. But the next big event, it seems like it goes from one big event to the next. Homecoming will be next week. So Spirit of Shrewsbury will kick off our homecoming week, where we'll start next week with Spirit Week. That I'm really looking forward to is homecoming weekend, where I think the volleyball team will host Wachusett, and we'll play, kick it off Friday night after Spirit Rally. Hopefully get that gym packed for them.
We should, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully all the student body goes, and then I believe there's a dance afterwards. I think that everyone's talking about. And then all day Saturday, we have events starting at 10 a.m. With boys soccer, I think, versus Neshoba. Then at noon, all three girls soccer teams will be playing against Neshoba, followed by our varsity and JV field hockey teams who will be playing Leominster. And then after a long day, we'll be capping off the night with our football team playing at 6 o'clock against Algonquin. So talk to me about what's it like being a student during Spirit Week and all that?
Oh, I think during Spirit Week, everyone's just happier, I guess, is a way to put it. Everyone's looking forward to the weekend. And all the student council does a great job making sure everyone's involved, making sure everyone's really in part of the school spirit for everyone.
Yeah, I mean, I know I've talked, a lot of work has been in the planning by our student council here, and hats off to them and all the work that they got to do, organizing the different events, organizing the different classes. I know our cheerleaders will be performing in front of the school as they're getting ready, not only in working and assisting the spirit at our football games, but they are going to be starting their tournaments in October. So we'll be talking to the girls later, but yeah, it's a different vibe around here during Spirit Week.
I agree.
Do we know what the teams are yet? Does anyone know?
I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
I need to check that out. I'm not quite sure.
Well, we got to make sure the students are all getting involved.
Definitely.
You know, it's sometimes to come out of your shell a little bit. Great opportunity to show your school spirit. I know our school leaders hopefully will be doing what they need to do to make sure that it's a fun week. We all behaving ourselves and making sure we're following the rules, but really enjoying ourselves and creating some good school spirit. Which leads into school spirit. I think we'll take a pause for a moment and we'll get ready for, we'll bring on the guys for, who are we playing this week?
Some team in red. I don't know.
Who's that? Yes, the school down the street. Thank you.
And welcome back. We have football with us now. We have Captain Ethan Lepore. He plays receiver and corner. Captain Jed Ellis plays center and defensive line. We got the two Ryans, I Gallo and Ketty. They both play running back and defensive back. Boys, welcome. Brian, welcome back.
Good to be back, Sully.
Yeah, thank you.
Glad to be here.
So, Ethan, I'll start with you. What are you looking forward to for this week? Biggest game of the season, I would say. What are you looking forward to?
It might be labeled as the biggest game of the season, but we're just playing this game as another game on our schedule. We're still going out there, hitting the pads every practice.
Nice. Jet, what about you?
I have to disagree with Ethan a little bit. It means a lot, battle of town. This week is everything. Always circled on the calendar and, got to get after them.
Yeah, Ryan?
I mean, obviously, it's a big game. Like everyone, a lot of like anticipation, but I'm treating it just another game.
Just another game. We need to get better from the last 2 weeks, but other than that, we're all excited.
Got it. So what are you guys doing in practice week to really get ready for St. John's? I'll start with you, Ryan.
Blocking and tackling, 2 fundamentals of the sport. Just need to get better at them.
Got it.
I agree with Ryan. Just improving like tackling because I feel like it's been a struggle of ours this year. So
Got
Well, yesterday we were doing a little king of the ring, build a little more toughness. Guys are getting after it, and that was awesome, so that's helping out.
We're like tightening up stuff that we need to fix that can hurt us.
Great.
You know, I always say Coach Aloisi is a lot like Bill Belichick. Keeps
Yep.
things to the vest and all that. You could just see by these guys with their answers, very basic stuff, getting ready. So guys, like, I get it, right? Like, we've always preached that, it's another game on the schedule. But, having been an alum and playing in this game, tell me, what's it like? Like, do you guys, we often say, people in town say it's a one-sided thing, it's all Shrewsbury kids, but I seem to beg to differ when you watch it on the field. There's a lot of kids from that school, from St. John's that want to, compete against us. But tell me, what is the atmosphere like for you guys? I don't know who wants to start that.
Growing up when you're young, there's one game that you're thinking about in your life, and that's St. John's. St. John's, and to finally be able to play in it, it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling. It's exciting.
I mean, yeah, like growing up, like you see all like the alumni, and like it seems like those are the games they remember versus St. John's the most, like winning, losing, but like that's just like what they remember.
I think being in the game's awesome. You're going up against guys, and it's like, in that game, you always have a little bit extra, whether we want to say it or not. You always got a little extra, whether a little more power, a little more, anger, whatever it is, you got a little extra or something in that game. That's pretty cool.
I'd say the atmosphere is definitely different, but at the end of the day, it's just another game.
Yeah. What are you guys looking as far as like, what do you see? What are some of the things you're looking to stop over there? I mean, obviously, the high anticipation, right? We've been fortunate for us that we've been able to take 2 in a row, right? Tell me, like, what do we see? What can people expect? Not necessarily giving our game plan, but like, who are some of the players that we look to stop on the other team?
Definitely looking to stop their quarterback from running. That's a big thing, because in the pocket, he's a little shaky, but when he gets out, he's pretty dynamite for them, so that's our big thing for the D-line at least. Just trying to keep that kid contained. If we can do that, we'll put ourselves in a good spot.
You had a great game last year. I think, was it 2-3 picks in that game? Tell me what that was like in that atmosphere. I mean, we were down, I think last year we were down, 10-0 going into, we're probably like 5 minutes left in the game.
Yeah.
A lot of people were starting to vacate the parking lot. Tell me what that was like. I think your interception, was it late in the third quarter, early in the fourth quarter, that kind of set that tone coming back. Tell me what that was like.
Yeah, it was an unreal feeling, like I said in the interview after the game. But I would say this year, like, nothing from last year really matters, so we're just focused on this game.
I know last year you were out, you were injured. Actually, that was the day of your surgery, if I remember correctly. Tell me what, these guys got to play in that game last year. Tell me what you're feeling.
I'm just excited to play St. John's again. It was kind of sucked watching from the sideline, even though I wasn't really there, but I'm just excited.
You had a couple of big plays in that game that kind of, was along with Ethan. I mean, you guys kind of locking things down in the secondary. Right, talk to me about how you're feeling.
I mean, going into that game, like at that last quarter, you looked at it and you're like, if we don't make a change now, we're going to lose this game. We made that change. I think going into the game now, we're going to start that from the first quarter, and it's just going to be dominance.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, Salter, you've played in the hockey games. We know what the atmosphere is like in hockey. I think it's a great, healthy tradition for us to play each other in the community. I do want people to remember that, all in all, it's great fun and competition. Hopefully in the long run, there's some guys that are from Shrewsbury there. You have for friendships. I think, obviously when you're older in the old men's leagues and you get the bragging rights, so hopefully you get 3 out of 4 of those bragging rights when you guys are older and coming back and being the alumni. What's kind of some of the message that you give to the underclassmen who haven't experienced this rivalry?
Don't let the pressure get to you. It really is just another game. You need to go into it, treat it like another game, do what you do, know your keys, and play.
Yeah, like stay away from the social media aspect of it. Like even if like they're reaching out to you, like kind of like just stay in your own like zone, like tunnel vision on the game.
That's the thing. I always tell them, like, just wait till you get your first hit, like, whatever it is, your first block, your first hit in the game. As soon as you get that, you're going to settle in and just be like, yeah, we're playing football. That's my message I get to them. Just realize you're playing the game you love, and that'll give you peace.
Yeah, it's definitely a different atmosphere, but at the end of the day, it's just another game.
So I know you guys, first couple of weeks been a little rocky. We ran into Hudson. Hudson's a very good team. I mean, I think that team, if we all agree, I don't see how they're not going to Gillette if they do what they're supposed to do in Division 6. We go there, and then we come home for Andover. Talk to me about the Andover game. I know it wasn't the results that we wanted, but it seemed like we fixed some of the things that we, from game 1 to game 2. Talk about a little bit about the Andover game.
I mean, just basics, just like effort. We gave our full effort that game, every single play, and we're gonna do it again this week.
Yeah, the game was tough, We lost the turnover margin. That's really where the game was won and lost right there. We had 3. We turned the ball over 3 times. They didn't turn it over at all. So it's just some of those small things that we tighten up. We're going to be smooth sailing.
Oh, it's just like yeah, like kind of like what Jet said with turnovers. Like we have to take the opportunities when they're given to us. Like that'll just help us push us over the edge.
Yeah, the past few years, we've had a few shaky week 1s. But week 2 and week 3, we're always bouncing back, fixing up and tightening up the small things.
Yeah, looking at the schedule, starting with this week, I mean, we're pretty much in Central Mass up until the last game of the season. So, great opportunity to play in front of some local crowds. We're home for 2 weeks in a row. We talk about homecoming coming up too. We never want to look ahead. But a great opportunity for us to show our talents, I think, over the next couple of weeks and get on the right track. And obviously a win versus St. John's can set a good tone for us going forward. I think, Sean, this is probably one of your favorite parts. We know the guys from Coach's Corner, it was their favorite part. You want to ask your question?
Yeah, I'd love to. How do you think the game's gonna go? Like, what are you looking forward to about it?
I'd say for sure we're taking it home.
Oh.
Like, I'm not going to declare anything, but I'd say for sure we're taking it.
Yeah, I'm with Ethan. We're going to take it to them, especially between the tackles. We're ready to just come out there, fly around, put people on their backs, just real nitty-gritty game, and we're going to bring it home.
We're gonna play our hearts out, and we'll see how the scoreboard looks after the game.
The energy this week, it's not like any other week. I mean, we want it. We want it more.
So, tradition on the show is, you guys are all seniors. What are you guys thinking about the future? I know it's early in the process, but, what are you guys looking at? And, are you anticipating looking to play at the next level?
I'm going to be going into the trades after high school and start working.
Good.
Right now I'm trying to play baseball in college, and if that doesn't work out, go to school for civil engineering.
Nice.
Yep, we're going to play football in college, talking to a bunch of schools. So.
Yeah, me too. I'm looking to play football in college.
What
Great.
schools? Do you guys know? Able to share it or?
Yeah, I mean, I've been talking to Brown, Syracuse, Central Connecticut, schools like that, along those lines.
I'd say Assumption, Bentley, St. Anne's.
Nice.
Like the assumption choice. What about you? What are you looking at?
Baseball. I'm talking on Wentworth right now.
Nice. Any particular trade you're looking to go in?
Probably HVAC. HVAC. Always like that.
Smart man. That's where the money is right now.
yeah.
Good job. Guys, listen, like you said, I think you guys are, you have the right mindset going into this week. Again, I think just play within your element, have some fun and enjoy it. Unfortunately, my senior year, we got it taken away, the rivalry, and I didn't get to finish. It's kind of unfinished business back in the day of being able to play it, but I know the atmosphere, and I think you guys seem ready. I think the bye week helped us a little bit to get healthier.
Definitely.
We want to wish you best of luck. Sean, what do we got for the Colony?
We got a lot of plans coming. Just wait for it. We'll keep them under a table right now. A surprise.
All right, kickoff's at 6:30, but we like to get you there a little bit early.
5:30, 5:45 at least.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Well, as usual, great co-host.
Thank
I
you.
hope you're feeling better. We know
I
you
feel
were
better,
under the
yeah.
weather this week. We want to make sure you're good. We need you at 100%
Oh,
on
I'm ready.
Friday.
I'm ready to go.
Okay. Guys, we want to thank you for coming, and we'll see you next time in a couple of weeks on Colonials Weekly.